Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Sassy and today I'll be showing you how to beat the Easter egg, how to unlock Pack Punch, and much more in the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies map Mori Rebirth. The first thing you may want to do is turn on power. In order to turn on power, you'll have to hit the 5 stone buttons around the map. They are located at Farm next to the barn. One is right outside the power station right in front of Flopper. One is inside the factory in the room with Electric Cherry. One is right outside the house off the pathway to the church. And one is right in front of Mule Kick. Once you've pressed all 5 pillars, power will be turned on. Once you've turned on power, head to the bunker found in the area between Stamina Up and Mule Kick and knife the door to talk to Dr. Hale. She will tell you to find her a battery. The battery is found in the factory, either on the ground across from Electric Cherry, on the ground at the entrance of the factory, or on the shelf in the hallway between the factory and the power station. There is no prompt to pick up the battery, and it's nearly impossible to see this one in this section, but just interact with this general area to pick it up. Once you have the battery, head back to the bunker and knife the door. Dr. Hale will tell you to pass her the battery through the conduit. Interact with the hole next to the door to send it to her. Wait around and then knife the door again. Dr. Hale will ask you to bring her a crystal. To do this, you'll first need to hit the 4 gongs around the map in a particular order. This order changes every game, but you can tell that you've knifed the correct gong from the sound it makes. If you knife the wrong gong, you'll hear this sound, and you'll have to start over. The gongs are located at spawn across from Quick Revive, right next to Mule Kick, on the pathway to the power station not far from Flopper, and on the pathway to the church across from the M1897 wall-by. Knife all the gongs in the correct order and a horde of monkeys will spawn in. Shoot the monkey with the orange mist around him to get the crystal. Make sure to pick it up. Once you have the crystal, head back to the bunker and knife the door. You need to try to pass the crystal to Dr. Hale through the conduit, but it's too big. You'll now need to build the shrink ray so that you can shrink the crystal. In order to build the shrink ray, you'll need to find 3 parts: the green dragon, the gun barrel, and the back piece. The green dragon is found at the factory behind this wooden barrier down the hall not far from Speed Cola. You'll need to knife the wood to get through there. The gun barrel is found at the farmhouse, either on the kitchen counter, on the bed on the 2nd floor, or in the cabinet on the 2nd floor. And the back piece is found either on these barrels across from the church, on the table in the factory near the freeze relic, or on the window seal in the factory across from Electric Cherry. Once you have all 3 parts, you can build the shrink ray at the build table in the barn. Once you have the shrink ray, head to the church and place the crystal into the pedestal to the left of Deadshot. Then use the shrink ray to shrink the crystal. Pick the crystal back up and head to Dr. Hale. Knife the door and then hand it to her through the conduit. Then wait another round before knifing the door again. Dr. Hale now wants you to bring her some tools and the container. The container is found in the picnic area on the ground not far from the blue car, on the house next to Stamina, or on the shelf in the building with Pack Punch. And the tools are found either in the barn under one of the stairs, next to this table in the factory, or inside the trunk of the car near Double Tap. Once you have both items, head back to the bunker and interact with the conduit to pass Dr. Hale the tools. Then knife the door again. Dr. Hale now wants you to find something to control a zombie. You will now need to obtain the Puke Ray from the mystery box. Once you do, knife the bunker door again. Dr. Hale now wants you to bring her a specific type of zombie. You can find this zombie at the farm. It will be spewing that same orange mist that the monkey had. Shoot the zombie with the Puke Ray and then inject him. You will now need to escort the zombie to the bunker, and you'll need to stay close to him to keep him moving. Escort him to the bunker successfully, and he'll teleport to the doctor. She will next ask you to bring her a chip. Head to the farm and find the red button on the wall of the 1st floor of the house. After you press the button, you will need to turn 3 mannequin heads until they're facing forward. You will need to do this in a particular order, and that order changes every game. If you fail to turn the correct head, you'll hear this sound, and you'll have to start over. The mannequins are located on the balcony of the farmhouse, on the 2nd floor of the farmhouse by the bed, in front of the farmhouse, next to the GKS wall-by, at the front of the bus, in front of the red truck, or inside the barn. Turn 3 mannequin heads successfully and music will start playing. Zombie sprinters will spawn in and you'll now need to survive for approximately 1 minute. You will now be able to pick up the chip from one of the mannequins. Just find the one whose head is sparking and interact with it to pick up the chip. The mannequin that has a chip is different every game. Then head back to the bunker and hand Dr. Hale the chip through the conduit. Then knife the door again. She will now want you to charge the crystal and obtain a charged fuse. Don't forget to pick up the crystal she hands you at the conduit. Place the crystal back on the pedestal next to Deadshot. Wait for the round to change and then pick it up again. Then head to the factory and pick up the fuse from the ground in the hallway between the factory and the power station. Once you picked up the fuse, place it into the generator right by the entrance of the power station. Then collect souls in it. Once it's done, pick it up and then head back to the bunker and give her the items. Knife the door again. She will now tell you to find another way to power her workshop. You will now need to find 3 blue orbs around the map and get them into their bamboo holder. If the orbs aren't near one of the holders found on the pathway, just walk close to the orb and it'll fly away to a different location. Once it's near one of the holders, throw a grenade to get it to fly into its holder. The bamboo holders are located all along the different paths. One is on the pathway right next to Quick Revive. One is on the pathway to the fountain next to the Sog Wallby. Then there is another one not far from that one by the trap switch. There is one not far from Mule Kick. One is right next to Double Tap. One is right outside the power station. One is on the pathway to the church. And one is at the Stamina Up house near the power button. Once you've placed all 3 orbs into their holder, interact with each of the orbs to charge the crystal. Then knife the door again to talk to Dr. Hale. You'll next need to step on the 4 stone plates around the map. One is at spawn across from Quick Revive. One is at the fountain near Mule Kick. One is at the church near Deadshot. And one is right outside the power station entrance. Once you've stepped on all 4 plates, you'll now need to open up the room with Pack-a-Punch. In order to open up Pack-a-Punch, you'll first need to turn on power. Once power is on, you'll need to rotate the 5 monkey statues around the map until you can't anymore. The statues are located outside the house near Stamina. One is by the church, not far from Double Tap. One is in the factory near the stone power button. One is on the outside of the farmhouse. And one is by the fountain near Mule Kick. You will need to rotate all of them the first time you open up Pack-a-Punch. You'll hear this sound once you've turned all the statues. After a couple of rounds, the statues will reset, and you'll need to turn one of them in order to open up Pack-a-Punch again. Once you've opened up Pack-a-Punch and stepped on all 4 stone platforms, you will see a wall containing 6 ruins on it. You will need to press the stones until you find the one that remains lit. Once you do, you'll need to find the matching symbol on the ground somewhere around the map and step on the platform. If you step on the wrong platform, you'll need to start over. The symbols, along with their locations, will change every game. You'll want to take note of the order of the ruins that you stand on because you'll need to step on them all again in the same order. Step on the correct symbol and then head back to Pack-a-Punch and find the next symbol that stays lit. Then again, find the matching ruin on the platform around the map and step on it. The ruins are located in the area with the fountain right in front of Mule Kick. There is one right in front of Stamina. One is on the pathway to the church near the gong. One is at the church right near Deadshot. One is in the garden outside the factory. One is inside the factory not far from Electric Cherry. One is right next to the keypad in the factory. One is in front of Elemental Pop. One is to the left of Speed Cola. One is in the picnic area behind the red car. One is right under the flogger. And one is at the farm in front of the mannequin. Once you've stepped on all 6 ruins in the correct order and all symbols at Pack-a-Punch are lit, step on the 4 pressure plates once more in any order. Then again, step on the 6 ruins in the same order as before. If you step on the incorrect plate, you'll have to start over. Once you've stepped on all 6 ruins for the second time in the correct order, head back to the bunker and knife the door to talk to Dr. Hale. She will now tell you that you will need to find a way to power the factory. To do this, find the 3 fuses around the map and shoot them down with their corresponding AAT. If the fuse is red, you'll need to shoot it with Blast Furnace. If the fuse is blue, you'll need to shoot it with Dead Wire. And if the fuse has fireworks, you'll need to shoot it with Fireworks. You can shoot the fuses down in any order, but you can only hold 1 fuse at a time. Once you shoot a fuse down, pick it up and place it in one of the 3 generators at the factory. Then fill it with souls by killing zombies with the gun with the same corresponding AAT. The fuses are located at Mule Kick inside the mouth of the dragon on the fountain. There is 1 fuse by Deadshot on the roof of the church. And there is 1 fuse in the ceiling of the factory above where the mystery box spawn is. And then the generators are located inside the factory across from Electric Cherry. One is right across from Elemental Pop. And one is right outside the factory in the garden. Once you've filled all 3 generators with souls, interact with the last fuse you filled to fix the fuse. Head back to the bunker and knife the door again. An alarm will go off and you will now need to deactivate the protection system. To do this, find the 4 electrified generators outside the map and shoot them until they explode. They are located outside the map next to Stamina. One is right next to Mule Kick. One is between the 2 openings of the bunker. You can stand by the fence of the fountain in order to shoot this one. And one is right next to the bunker near the Stamina Up house. Shooting all 4 generators will cause the power boxes on the power poles to become electrified. Find the 6 electrified power boxes and shoot them to stop the electricity. The power boxes are located above the trap switch, down the path to the right of the Pack-a-Punch building, right near the gong at spawn, to the left of Quick Revive, in the picnic area above the blue car, right next to the flogger, and right by the entrance of the farm. Once you do that, knife the bunker door again. Dr. Hale will say that she will now need the access codes. You will now need to find the 4 codes around the map and input them into the keypad at the factory. The codes are found by the front tire of the blue car, on the desk on the 2nd floor of the farmhouse, under one of the stairs in the barn, and next to the generator at Elemental Pop. Once you've inputted all 4 codes into the keypad, press the 4 red buttons inside the factory. One is right next to the stone power button, one is on the wall in the room with Elemental Pop, one is on the wall next to the generator near Electric Cherry, and one is by the stairs that lead to the garden. Then head to the bunker. When you get to the bunker, an alarm will go off and a lockdown will start. You'll need to survive for approximately 2 minutes. Complete the lockdown and Dr. Hale will teleport away, leaving you to take on the boss by yourself. I believe at this point your perks will become perma-perks, apart from Quick Revive if you're playing solo. Head to the farm and Cosmic Kong will spawn in. You'll just need to shoot him while avoiding a horde of zombies. After you defeat him once, Cosmic Kong will play dead until you get close to him, and then he respawns and regenerates part of his health. You won't be able to damage him while he regenerates. Defeat him a second time and he will drop a bunch of power drops. Then head back to the bunker and escape and end the game. While you play, you may want to build the shield, so here's how to do that. In order to build the shield, you need to find 3 parts: the back plate, the face piece, and the handles. The back plate is found in the area with double tap, either in these leaves to the left of Deadshot, in the leaves in this area across from the church, or inside the factory not far from Electric Cherry. The face piece is found at spawn, either to the left of Quick Revive, against the fence to the right of Quick Revive, or under the shelves in the building with Pack Punch. And the handles are found at the power station, either to the left of Speed Cola, in the leaves on the 2nd floor of the power station, or down the dark hallway. Once you have all 3 parts, you can build the shield at the build table inside the building with Pack Punch. You can get a free Bananacolada by shooting all 19 monkeys around the map. There are 5 monkeys at spawn. 1 is right on top of the Pack Punch building, 1 is on the rock behind Quick Revive, 1 is on the barrel by the Strife wall by, 1 is on the rock behind the Strife wall by, and 1 is on the roof behind Pack Punch. Then there is 1 on the fence down the path to the picnic area, 1 is on top of the red car by the flogger, 1 is on top of the picnic bench next to the blue car, 1 is through the gate by the flogger, 1 is on the balcony of the farmhouse, 1 is on the challenge Scarecrow next to the gong by Flopper, 1 is on the 2nd floor of the power station, 1 is on the roof of the factory, 1 is in Dr. Hale's garden, 1 is on the wall near the pressure plate at Deadshot, 1 is on the gate to the right of the church pathway gong, 1 is on top of the roof of the house by Stamina, 1 is on the porch of that same house, and 1 is on the rock outside the map next to the bunker. Once you've shot all the monkeys, head to the barn and pick up your free Bananacolada. There are also 2 other wonder weapons that you can build on this map. For both of them, you'll need to build the kit, so here's how to do that. In order to build the kit, you'll need to find 3 parts. 1 part is in the factory on the shelf near Elemental Pop, 1 is in the factory not far from Electric Cherry, and the hose is found in the farmhouse on this table. Once you have all 3 parts, you can build the kit at the build table in the factory. In order to build the freeze ray, you'll first need to make sure that you've picked up the key card from the drawer in the farmhouse. Then head to the factory and interact with the glass container to cause the freeze relic to start rising. Pick it up. Head to the house near Stamina and find the bench with a pot on it. Place the relic into the pot to start melting the ice. Then wait about 40 seconds for the ice to melt and then pick the relic back up. Then head to the pedestal to the left of Deadshot and hold interact on it to charge the relic. Once you've charged the relic, you will now need to obtain a weapon frame. To do so, you'll need to find some TNT and use it to blow up the crate in the factory. You can find some TNT on one of the bamboo poles. I've seen it on the pole by the bamboo gate on the pathway to the power station, on the pole near the power button of the Stamina house, and on the pole near Double Tap. Once you have some TNT, head to the factory and place it on the crate in the room with Electric Cherry. Make sure to step away so you don't get hurt from the explosion. Once the box has been opened, pick up a weapon frame from the box and place it on the table where you build the kit. Then place the relic on the weapon to build the freeze gun. In order to obtain the gravity gun, you'll first need to obtain a pack-punched weapon with Thunderwall. Then find the plant pot on the ground in front of the Stamina house. You'll need to lead a zombie close to the pot and blow a zombie away with Thunderwall. Then pick up the gravity relic. You'll now need to obtain the 11 purple orbs found around the map. They are found in front of Stamina. 1 is on the pathway to the church. 1 is at the church near Deadshot. 1 is in the garden outside the factory. 1 is inside the factory not far from Electric Cherry. And 1 is inside the power station not far from Speed Cola. There's one on the pathway to the power station near the gong. There's one at spawn right next to Quick Revive. One is in front of Mule Kick, in the picnic area near the flogger, and there is one at farm right next to the red truck. Once you've picked up all 11 orbs, obtain a weapon frame from the crate in the factory. If you haven't opened the crate yet, go to this timestamp. Once you have the frame, place it on the table with the kit, and then interact with it to build the gravity gun. You can build both the freeze gun and the gravity gun, but you can only hold one at a time. You can also unlock the ray gun wall buy. To do so, throw a grenade at the orb on the broken wall of the power station. There are 3 locations that have seen the orb. There are 2 on the broken wall by the entrance to the power station, one on top of the other. Then there is one on the wall above Flopper. Once you've thrown a grenade at the orb, follow it until it stops moving. Then knife it again to get it to start moving once more. Keep doing this until it flies into the wall buy at Peck Punch. You'll now be able to buy the ray gun for 7,500 points. And you can input codes into the keypad for some helpful power-ups. I'll put all the codes up on the screen for you guys. There are codes for an extra perk slot, free points, perk sale where perks are half off, and much more. And if you complete challenges from the Scarecrows, you'll be rewarded with different power-ups, including a free perk and an extra perk slot. And that's it! I'll be doing more Easter egg guides in the future, so subscribe if you're interested, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.